This is the MSI RTX 5090 Suprim Liquid, the RTX 5090 that is super chill, but does the nearly $1,000 delta between it and the 5090 FE card make it worthwhile? Well, that depends on who you are, but let's look at some data to get a better idea. While testing native resolution at 1440p, we saw an average of 1.5 to nearly 5% difference between the MSI RTX 5090 Suprim Liquid and the RTX 5090 FE. While the frame rate differed between titles, the difference was anywhere between 2 frames per second and around 10. At 4K native though, the percentages are a little bit different as we push our GPU a little bit more. Here we're looking at a difference between 2 to a little over 7%, though we're still seeing single-digit FPS average differences here. Now, the margins at 1440p and 4K were far slimmer when we add DLSS into the equation, but let's be super clear. This GPU is overkill if you're looking at this for gaming. Realistically, this is going to be a GPU that makes far more sense for power users who are pushing their GPU to the brink. People like heavy GPU overclockers, people rendering videos back-to-back, training AI models, or crunching GPU-bound scientific equations. For those people, how does this GPU handle cooling and power draw? Now for power, we're actually looking at the Suprim Liquid drawing around 2 watts less for gaming, but around 25 watts more under full GPU load when using something like FurMark. Some of that extra power is going to the fans and the pump, but with the cooling that these are providing, there are some really interesting possibilities for the overclocking. As for temps, the Suprim Liquid was just between 28 to 29% cooler while gaming and almost 25% cooler than the FE while under load. We're talking about 19 degrees Celsius cooler during both tests, and that totally makes sense because this thing has a 360mm radiator. Now, putting this all together, does the price premium really make sense? Well, that answer is going to change based on your needs, but I will say this. If the extra thermal headroom can shave time off of GPU-bound projects and workloads, it really is hard to put a price tag on reclaimed time. Though convincing your boss that you need a liquid-cooled RTX 5090 is another thing entirely. Let us know in the comments how you'd use a GPU like this.